Welcome one and all to the Throw the Knife channel. And again, I don't know why it keeps going but it is. Oh, that lag is not helping the video, so I'm going to wait for it to sort itself out. There we go, we're doing good. And okay. This is not going to be fun, is it? Oh god. Alright. It's best. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's the best way I can do it though, and I don't know what's causing it. But there you go. It's going to be fun. Also, we're almost a minute in and we still haven't done anything Yu-Gi-Oh related, so we're going to do Yu-Gi-Oh stuff now. So, I don't know if this will ruin the video. If it does, I'm going to have to sort it out later. But here we go. So let me check something. If I do that, let's see, because it's not making it zoom in and out. Yeah, okay. It's just going to do it anyway. So, oh my god, what the hell happened here? Hang on. There we go, sorted. What happened there? Right, so, as you can tell, this is a Monarch deck profile by the title. So we're going to be doing Monarchs. So we're going to be starting off with the monsters. Reodaya. Reason being, it's the best tribute fodder in the entire deck. Well, one of the best, because you can search it with, you can bring it out with 1-for-1, and it gets you the other very good tribute fodder, which is Eidos. Eidos, you can't search or use the 1-for-1 to bring it out, but with Eidos, who is searchable, you can bring out Eidos. Yeah, they're very similar names. What you want to do is then bring out the first one. Its effect will bring out this one. This one's effect is you get to do an additional normal summon. So you can tribute this and then that one away, or just this, or just that one. And then just leave the other one on the board for whatever reason. Plus, it has a graveyard effect to special summon the light one back if it's in the graveyard. So you banish this and special summon the one that's in the light one as well, and you bring out, and then you can do yet another tribute, which is quite nice. And that's literally it for the tribute fodder when it comes to monsters, because next we're going to go tributees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go boop. I'm going to go boop. That is done. Next, Vanity's Fiend at 2, and also a Majesty's Fiend at 1. Now, they are your generic Tribute 1 control cards. So, obviously, you know what Vanity's Fiend does. It basically stops you from special summoning, and Majesty Fiend stops monster effects, which is quite nice. They're basically there so you can get the one tribute off, so you can get a tribute summon monster really easily. Plus, also, they are very nice control cards. There's only one other tribute, which is Kiraz at 1. So Kiraz is probably the best Monarch that you can tribute 1 for, which is basically you get to destroy cards and then your opponent draws for each card you destroy. But if you screw your opponent over really bad, it doesn't matter. Also, I will be running a couple of cards that will kind of, alleviate that effect as well. Well, not alleviate it, but like make it less impactful. So like you can easily stop your opponent from doing anything, basically. So no matter what they draw, they can't be shite. Oh, I don't know what is on the top right there. I've got them on my floor underneath the playmat. Next we have our Ethers at 3. And we are Erebus at 2. These are our 2 tribute monsters. Yeah, there's not too much tribute monsters in here. For the sheer fact of you don't really break up your hand too much. So with 3 of it, because it's the better one out of the 2. Because it has a slightly different effect to Erebus. So Erebus's effect. I'm sorry, I should know his effect off by heart, but I only got the deck somewhat recently, so I don't know I'm off by heart. So this one is once per turn, I can discard a spell or trap card and I target one of my monster's graveyard with 2,000 or more attack and 1,000 and add it to hand. So basically, I can, if it's in the graveyard, I can banish it to add Vanity's Fiend. No, not Vanity's Fiend. Majesty's Fiend. I don't know if Vanity's Fiend. Kuraz and Ether, or another one of these back to hand by banishing this. So it's alright. Meanwhile, Ether is if it's in during pro phase, if it's in my hand, I can banish a trap from my graveyard to tribute summon this. Without having to use the card that I'm doing, which is really good. So like if I have Stormforth out and have that, I can Stormforth, which means I can tribute your monsters, and then I can Ether and tribute your monsters to go to that. So I basically get a Kaiju during my opponent's turn, which is really good. So yeah, no, Ether's probably the better one out of the two. Okay, now we're going into the spell and traps. Pantheism at 3. Because why wouldn't you run it at 3 when it's at 3 on the ban list now? This was limited for a good reason. So basically, with Pantheism, you discard a Monarch card. If I remember correctly, it's got to be a spell and trap. And then you draw 2. Great, it sets you up for a Prime Monarch or one of your other Monarch's graveyard effects. Pantheon has a graveyard effect. So you banish Pantheism from the grave. Doesn't matter if it's the turn that it was sent there. And you choose 3 Monarch spell and traps from your grave, from your deck. They the same card. And then your opponent picks one, and then at random, and then add that to your hand, and the rest go back to the deck. So it's not even a complete use, like it doesn't wipe out the entire usefulness of the material, because the material is still able to go back into. Really good. Basically, 3 of a particular Monarch spell that you want, that's still in the deck, you can use this effect and guarantee that you're getting one. It's a searcher. It's really good, really good. That's why it's limited, and that's why you run 3 of it. Next, we have our field spell, Domain. Now, Domain is that good that it was used in other decks. It was used in a true Draco deck. The reason being is if you have no extra deck, which this entire deck doesn't have an extra, which I'm pretty sure Pantheism also has an effect if it's not the extra deck, which is the banish warning. If you have no extra deck while this is on the field, your opponent cannot access their extra deck, which means for the sheer fact of having a field spell, aka searchable, because this is Pantheism and a helpful, I get it so you can't use your extra deck while I have my extra deck. No extra deck. Also, you do have to have a tribute summon monster for this to work, but as I've shown you, it's fairly easy to get tribute summon. This also makes it easier because you can target a Monarch in your hand and lower its level by 2, which means Ether only needs 1 tribute. Erebus only needs 1 tribute. So this is really good. So basically, it stops your opponent from going into the extra deck if you have a tribute summon monster, and makes it easier to go into said tribute summon monster. So yeah, you do want 3 Domain. Next, we have the Stormforth I was on about. So if you don't know what Stormforth is, it's a quick play spell that allows you to tribute your opponent's monsters for a tribute summon. So it's basically a quick play version of Soul Exchange, but it doesn't let your opponent. Soul Exchange is a targeting effect that also only allows you to tribute the 1 target. This is a non-targeting blanket effect that allows you to tribute any of your opponent's monsters. So it turns all of your tribute monsters into cards in the best way possible. So as much as you want to use it as a spell to like on your turn, because it's a quick play, you also want to use it during your opponent's turn to then just use F as effect, which is quite nice. Next, we have 2 Tenacity. Tenacity is a very good card. Basically, if you have a monarch that needs to be tributed in your hand, or Majesty's Fiend, weirdly, you can basically show that card and then add a monarch spell or trap to your hand. So if I have effort, I can search out the Stormforth. So it's good. It's good to search out the Pantheism as well, but I'm only running 2 for the sheer fact of it can be discarded by the effect of Pantheism. So next we have 2 Return of the Monarchs. Same reason as Tenacity, it's good to run at 1 maybe, but the extra 1 is being run so Pantheism can discard it. Because obviously you want to get Pantheism off as much as possible. So basically what it does, while I put it away, is it's a continuous spell that whenever I tribute something in a monarch with a particular monster with particular stats, which again all of the monarchs cover, and weirdly Majesty's Fiend, you can search a I think it's like you can search a monarch. Like it's got 2 effects. It can like search a monarch and whatnot. So it's good, but again I'd only run it on 1 because it's a continuous. You only special summon once or twice in the entire deck. Ooh. So there's a trap that special summons itself. So, like, that's always nice. So, yeah, if you can get that off, then get that off. And obviously, Adaya also special summons it, special summons sister. But 9 times out of 10, you're not special summoning in the later game. So, Pot of Duality is basically a very good get through your deck quicker kind of card. And to be fair, even turn 1, you might be able to get a Pot of Duality off and still tribute someone because of obviously the field spell. So what you'll do is you'll go into the IDOS, which allows you to do the additional normal summon, and then you tribute that. That's only 1 tribute summon. And then obviously you can Pot of Duality to go into other stuff, which is quite nice. Next, 2 Foolish Burial Goods. You could run 3. You could run 3 if you find something to take out to 3 of these in. I would recommend it, but I couldn't think of anything. Basically, it allows you to send any spell or trap to the graveyard, which in Monarchs is really fucking good. You get to send your Pantheisms, you get to send there's a trap later on you want to see that you can see that you won in the graveyard. So it's a very good card. I only run it at 2 for the sheer fact of it. I mostly only send Pantheism off of it, but obviously you can send whatever you want off of it, which is quite nice. So the one-offs, we have our Terraforming to search out the field spell. We have our 1-for-1 to search out Adaya. And then we have our premium gold rare Rota to search out the Adaya. So we've got our 3 like one-off searchers because you can only run 1 of each of these. But you know what? They're pretty good cards, so don't really matter if you can only run 1 of them. Next, we have 2 Monarchs Erupt. You could run 3. I personally 2 for consistency's sake. Basically, again, this was running Draco because how good it is. This is like one of your best cards. It's a skill for all monsters except tributed monsters. And it destroys itself when there's no tribute summon monsters on the shore, but this deck can get a tribute summon monster out very easily. So Monarchs Erupt is very good. Very, very good. So you stop your opponent from using monster effects. Because not many card decks tribute them anymore. So it is very good. And then for the finale, 2 Prime Monarch. This is the other card that you want in the graveyard. So basically, Prime Monarch, once in the graveyard, you can banish a Monarch spell or trap to special summon it. And then it's a monster on the field, normally in defense mode, and then you tribute that off to go into one of your, like, either your Fiends or your Erebus, not your Erebus, your Kuraz, or one of your 2 higher level ones, because obviously they can be tributed with the field spell to say it's only one tribute, and obviously even then you could technically have that on the field in one of your lower level ones and tribute 2 for them if they don't have the field spell yet. So it's always good to have these in the grave. I don't know if you... I think that's the one that you can't do the turn of ascent there though. So you do need to be worrisome of that. But yeah, that's the Monarch deck. Because obviously with Domain, you don't want an extra deck. So you're only running a main deck for this deck. And it's fun. It's just a lot of fun. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to check the quality of the video. I'm going to upload it. If it's not good quality, then I'm going to find a new way to record this. Yay. See you later.